Welcome back.
It's Metroid.
It's Metroids. All right. Now we got our various suit.
Which Metroid is this? I have not been paying attention for
4.
this entire Let's Play.
Metroid 4.
Okay, that
Metroid
doesn't
4.
actually answer my question, but...
Yeah, this is Metroid 4.
Alright.
Metroid Fusion.
Great.
Metroid Fusion.
I've always hated the sound chip on the Game Boy Advance.
Hey, like, it's way better in Metroid Zero Mission because it's like actually really good music. It's... Take
the quality of the instrumentation has always...
I don't like Metroid Fusion's soundtrack. It's only like when it comes to Metroid Zero Missions that it's just like, what if you take the guy who composed the music for Metroid or Super Metroid and the guy who composed the music for Metroid 1 and have them work together to make the music sound very Metroid Prime-y, but still Metroid 1. How does that sound? That sounds amazing. I'll answer it for you. Sounds amazing.
All right, well, thank you for that.
Sounds amazing.
I had no answer. Really, no opinion.
We should play some of the Prime games
on any of these things. We don't need
I love Prime, but man, does that control like dog shit.
You don't need to play Prime games.
Prime games are fun.
Ever.
I was talking to Larry about the Prime control schemes. How, like, it's so... fucking, like,
I can't remember where Larry ranks everything, but I recall him saying like Other M is his third favorite Metroid, something like that. He places it fairly high.
Wow.
Yeah. Dead last on his list was the original Metroid.
Well, like,
he's probably not wrong.
Yeah, as much as we like as much as I love Metroid, like the series, Metroid, the first one, is a bad game in terms of just design.
It seemed it was a good game for its time.
For its time, it was fantastic.
Shit.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Big, very like open world-esque.
There's a lot of games that for their time did crazy shit that just don't hold up anymore, like Shenmue, for example.
Shenmue.
Yeah.
I've never played a Shenmue game.
Have you played a Yakuza game?
I have not, but I've seen a Yakuza game.
Okay, well, Yakuza is basically good Shenmue.
Okay.
The Shenmue games are just super boring.
Okay.
Well, the first one is. I've not played the second. I hear the second is way better. The second actually makes you feel like you're making some real progress and things are moving forward. The first one felt like you're dicking around a lot of the time, trying to figure out who killed your dad, which like requires you to go get a job as like a warehouse worker for a while, and then you like got to just make a living doing that, and like it sucked. So someone murdered your dad and you're trying to get to the bottom of this mystery, but you're wasting entire weeks feeding a cat. Like, Shenmue felt like a very slow game. But, like, at the time, it was insane. Because there was no other game that just let you go dink around the town and, like, do regular, everyday stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I could go buy a bunch of, like, capsule toys, or I can pet this cat, or, like, I can go harass this tattoo parlor owner. Or, like, just play some arcade games, or gamble.
Right.
That was back before QTEs were, like, aggressively terrible, too.
Okay, what you need...
I mean, they were always terrible, but, I mean, like, they weren't in every single game.
Oh, I can't go through yet. I need to unlock the yellow doors.
What's behind the yellow doors?
An upgrade that I really desperately need. Actually, I can't get that one. I can't even go through that one yet. That one specific, that like giant cocoon thing specifically needs to have the morph ball power bombs. Which, like, you got these little things, right? That's regular power.
So there's
That's
a cocoon in there?
Yeah, there's like a little cocoon in there that,
pop it open and find Wolford Brimley.
Wolford Brimley?
He was in Cocoon, right?
Yeah, maybe. My movie knowledge is very limited.
Oh, well, Cocoon's just a bunch of old people.
Well, like, I know what Cocoon is. I'm saying my just knowledge is just very limited.
That's something else I had mentioned to Larry, because we were making some references about CM Punk the other night that you just going completely over your head.
Yeah.
And I had to point out to Larry, I was like, yeah, I forgot this about Danny, and it's worth mentioning, like, a lot of references that don't deal with video games are pretty lost on him.
Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not cultured, but, like, I just was not really into, like, anything else other than video games. So maybe, yeah, I was uncultured.
Well, I think even then, like, a lot of your exposure to, like, video games older than the N64
or very
like PS1, yeah. So, like, if I'm even making references to stuff that date way back.
Yeah,
I might need to explain it to you.
I grew up with a Super Nintendo. I think with like the newer models. I don't even know if it was a new model, but it was able to play NES games.
Well, I mean, can you tell the difference between the original big SNES and the one that is not that? Because that's pretty much it.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure there were only the two.
Okay.
So it's not like the Genesis where there were like, I think, 3 different forms of the Genesis. And then the Genesis had a bunch of shit that would stack on top of it, like 32X and Sega CD.
Jesus.
Yeah, Genesis was kind of a mess. The one up on my shelf right there, that's the Model 1 Genesis. That's the first one that came out. That had like a headphone jack and it had like a slider so you can adjust the headphone volume.
See, there was a smaller one that I knew.
Yeah, so the Model 2, I believe, is the one that was maybe a bit more common.
Okay. Yeah, because that was.
And then towards the end of the life cycle, or perhaps even when it was done, I can't remember exactly when it came out. They had one more that was even smaller than the Model 2.
Interesting.
And the thing I can't remember is exactly how everything plugged into the different versions of them.
Okay.
Because I know that you could have a Sega CD and a 32X stacked on at the same time, but I don't know how that...
Wow.
Because, I mean, the Model 1's fairly big.
Yeah, it's really big. It's bigger than what I remember, like, when I first saw it.
I mean, it's almost the same length as a PlayStation 4.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
I'm trying to eyeball it from a distance, but they look sort of similar. It's not like PS3 long. PS3's...
Yeah.
PS3's a big fucker. At least the original PS3. Which is the one that I got. Because backwards compatibility was important to me. It's still important.
It is really important.
Yeah. I get why they wouldn't put that in the system, because you want to make money off your old games, but... Also, man, it's really consumer-friendly just to be able to put in the old stuff you have into the new system. Not have a bunch of crap hooked up to your TV at the same time. That's why I just emulate a lot of the games that I have. Like, I have a ton of PS2 games, but I just play them on an emulator because I want to hook all these cables back up to my PS3.
Right.
Plus, the display is better. So.
Alright, what do we get? I think this is the ice missiles. Yes, ice missiles.
Like, I started replaying some Persona 3, and I just did that on an emulator. Even though that's just up on my shelf right now.
Now we can freeze enemies in this frozen wasteland.
Hooray!
Charming, I know. But now we have to use missiles, which is like the most asinine thing. Because before, it was just a beam. But Adam tells you, no, your molecular structure has been changed thanks to Metro DNA, so you can't handle it. It's like, I don't remember that being a thing, but okay. Oh, I forgot. So this is a puzzle. In order for me to actually get up there, I have to let this X reform.
And
Damn it.
freeze them and use them as like a platform?
Yeah. I really should have waited. Yep, you freeze them and use them as a platform. That's some of like the actual like stuff I really like about Metroid. This one, at least, because it's actually like really cool. So.
Man, yeah, like the era of video games that were right before where you got into it was insane. Like there was just so much stuff coming out towards the end of the 16-bit era. Like leading into 3D graphics, like everybody wanted to get a piece of that cake.
Mm-hmm.
So you had like Philips coming out with something. You had the Atari Jaguar. Why am I blanking on that? The 3DO.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of the super expensive consoles too, by the way. Like the 3DO was, I want to say something like $500.
I bet.
And almost all the games on it are god awful. You had like Philips who didn't really want to do video games necessarily. It was just a function of what was otherwise supposed to be a media player.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of got roped into marketing it for video games. That's why a lot of games on that thing are not good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Okay.
Jaguar is still, for my money, maybe the worst video game console ever made.
Really?
Maybe.
Damn.
I actually, having gone through and tried to play a bunch of games on all these systems that I've missed, I think there were more games I liked on the 3DO and possibly even the CDI than what I found on the Jaguar.
Riveting. Damn it. Wait a minute. No, I'm trying to just do this. No, let me do this. Oh, whatever. I don't think I need it. Okay, yeah, I didn't need it. I didn't need it. Alright.
Neo Geo games were the most expensive, though.
I bet.
I mean, they were basically, you were buying arcade games. They were really fucking expensive. Like, it would cost well over $100 for a single game.
My god.
I want to say maybe even multiple of hundreds of dollars for a single game.
Jesus.
Yeah. And you had, like, the PC Engine, Turbo Graphics. A lot of good games. You got Dracula X on that. So,
Dracula?
Castlevania game. It's the one, I think, before Symphony of the Night?
Really good.
I think it's the most recent one before Symphony of the Night. It's either that or Genesis one. Oh, okay, my phone is ringing.
Look
Pause
at you,
again.
unprofessional.
It's my dad, so we're just going to hang up on him. Turn the volume off of his phone. Okay.
Okay. I wonder how Papa George is doing.
Probably wants to invite me to Easter. I'm not going to fly down there.
Easter?
Easter's a suck-ass holiday. I do not want to celebrate it.
Don't you want to celebrate Passover for our Lord and Savior? Hey, okay. We can.
Here's a holiday that's all about fucking eggs, man. Great!
When did it become like...
Here's a basket
Like, I want to know
full
when...
of shit you don't care about.
Like, that's the weird thing where it just kind of like... Let's celebrate our... Oh.
Here's a bunch of lame stocking stuffers. Shit that was not good enough for Christmas.
Okay, so we're in for some deep shit.
Oh boy.
So...
I'm probably in deep shit when my dad calls back. I turned the volume off on that thing.
Next time on Ranking Metroids.
Oh, these voicemails.
Bye-bye.
I'm not going to check any of them. I don't care what any of these people have to say. Like Dad, and Mom, and Larry.